What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve.
I'm Lindsay.
Today we're going to be reacting to the top 20 hilarious British game show bloopers. It's been a long time since I checked out any bloopers from any British game shows. I don't think you've ever seen any bloopers from any British game shows, or probably know any British game shows, really. No, Can you name a single British game show?
No, I don't think so.
You could, but they would be names that you know of as American game shows as well, because there are crossovers. America has picked up not only a lot of like TV shows from Britain originally, but also game shows as well. I don't believe I've ever checked out any actual British game show episodes, if I'm not mistaken. I've checked out some bloopers or whatnot, but I've never actually looked into any actual game shows, specifically watching like a whole episode or something. We need to do that at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen you actually watch any game shows before, though.
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like I've watched more game shows than you. Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy,
well, yeah,
Price is Right.
But I'm saying as we've been together.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Family Feud was one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Family Feud. They have something like Family Feud, but I don't know what it's called. Let us know in the comments, guys. It's not called Family Feud. It's called something completely different, but it's the same type of setup. And I'm not sure if our Family Feud actually came from the UK or not, but I forgot you love that show. Generally speaking, we really haven't watched a ton of game shows together.
If I'm going to watch a show, we don't watch a lot of TV or movies, honestly.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to, I don't generally choose a game show.
Right, me too. But I definitely grew up watching like Family Feud, Jeopardy, and all the ones you just mentioned. But I like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That's one of my favorites. But anyways, guys, enough rambling from us. Let's go ahead and dive in here and check out the top 20 hilarious British game show bloopers.
Number 20, a bit rude, Countdown. When watching Countdown, there's often a word that's on everyone's mind, but neither contestant has the guts to step in. Cue Dave.
And a final, good N.
When a certain self-pleasure
that's what I'm saying,
was clearly on the board, he just goes and says it with full confidence.
I've got a 6.
Okay, what's yours, Dave?
Of course, his opponent had to be a goody two-shoes and come up with something else. But in our opinion,
with a W.
Dave should have got extra points
rhymes
for
with
sheer
anchor.
intestinal fortitude.
Tom, well done. It's a mighty difficult seat to be in, isn't it?
Sometimes there is victory in loss. Number 19.
I don't feel like that's really that much of a like. Is that like a real curse word in the UK?
I think it is.
I mean, I guess a little bit, but it's not the same as saying like, the F word here or something.
Someone a D here?
Okay.
Right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Can they say that? University challenge. You ever said something that you're not supposed to? How about on national television?
Another starter question. The nicknames Cheesemongers, Cherry Pickers, Bob's Own, the Emperor's Chambermaids, and the Immortals are or have been used for which groups of men?
You Miss Bright. Homosexual?
No, they're regiments in the British Army.
The competitors on University Challenge put a lot of thought into their answers.
That was like Jeopardy.
Every now and then, one of them spits something out.
Yeah, it does actually.
But 8 players. They were thinking. In this instance, even stone-faced Jeremy Paxman wasn't able to keep his cool, as the absurd answer cracked him up.
What short word can mean frost formed from freezing fog and is also an archaic term for a poem?
St Andrew's Perium. Whore. Sorry.
The rest of the team look like they want to curl up and disappear. Number 18, a little...
I love his look at, just whatever, this is my guess. Like
Lost.
The Crystal Maze.
The moment I close the door, here you go. Come on. Okay.
Crystal Maze has to be one of the funniest classic British game shows, as it's full of mind-melting brain teasers and physically demanding
the goal
tasks.
here?
However, this has to be one of the easiest
it's like a gerbil in a cage.
we've seen in the show.
That would be
contestant
hard.
Still fails.
Oh, it's mirrors everywhere.
And not how you'd expect. After being directed to the crystal within a sort of mouse tunnel, this fellow reaches for the jewel, or rather, its reflection.
Go. A minute 30 left.
Right, you got it.
Despite the fact that it's right in front of him, he still leaves it behind, believing it to be behind a glass window or something. When he finally manages to exit the maze, his team cannot believe he's gone all that way and left without it for such a stupid reason.
Come on. Did you get it?
I don't understand what exactly they're doing. I guess they just have to get that crystal.
Yeah, it's like, I think you gotta be, don't you? I think he said answering like brain teaser questions.
Oh, and
you're like hunched over in an enclosed space.
definitely not a good show to go on if you're claustrophobic.
Number 17. Falling at the
Wants
first.
to be a millionaire.
Who wants?
Okay, so I'm curious, guys. Did our Who Wants to Be a Millionaire start in Britain, or did it start in the US? I think it did
because
too.
I don't think ours started before 98.
Yeah, it probably didn't.
To be a millionaire.
Okay, let's play. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
This man has one of the most unfortunate honours in game show history. He's the first contestant to ever walk away from this quiz show without getting a single penny. John Davison made it to the £1,000 question, which tested his knowledge on Jane Austen novels. Now bear in mind, he still had all 3 of his lifelines.
I think it's
He
Emma.
was unsure about
Pretty
giving
sure.
the correct
Man's
answer.
title of Jen.
Chris Tarrant even hinted he should rethink his answer, but he was adamant.
It's the wrong answer.
Are you joking?
It's Emma.
Oh, dude, that's got to be so sad.
Oh, I can't believe
That's-
you've done
No,
that.
it's not.
So when the inevitable happened,
Wow.
and he hadn't even reached the first safe prize, Tarrant was unsure of how to console him.
John, you go away with absolutely nothing.
Number 16. Can't get it out. Supermarkets.
What is our
It's not
show that
just
we
the
have here
contestants
that's
that
similar
mess
to
up in
this?
game shows.
Okay, let's do those prizes for you.
I feel like it's called that.
Is it?
Or
I know of it, but I can't think of the name of
I
it.
can tell you the tissues. I'll sell you those for 44 pence. The tin of new potatoes.
Just slow it down.
Just go too fast.
Back when the late, great Dale Winton hosted this shopping-themed game show, he captured the hearts of the nation with his wit, but even he was prone to moments like this.
The brandy sauce is 50.
After being told to slow down his reading the first time, it seems to set Dale off course for the rest of the takes.
We are recording. Shush. Here we go. And
Shush.
Okay, let's do the prices for you. The tissues are 44 pence.
He just can't get the words out and gets increasingly frustrated. In the end, it seems the line read is far more difficult than the actual game they're playing.
Well done. I can't remember who won.
Number 15. Excuse me?
Family Fortunes.
Ronald, what do you think? Something that you put on jacket potatoes?
Beans, Leslie.
Beans!
okay, so this is
Yes.
the British version of Family Feud.
Yes,
This is
Family
probably the origination.
Fortunes. Yeah. Beans.
That's a very British answer
Yeah. It is. Butter, what did it say, on toast?
on potatoes.
On potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Daft answers are all par for the course when it comes to quiz game shows, but sometimes you find yourself wondering, did they really mean that? For this simple question on Family Fortunes, the team was asked for something they'd put on jacket potatoes. That's when we were given this answer.
Okay, Ray, need your answer.
Jam, we'll say.
Les Dennis can barely hide his reaction. It's a strange combination of cringing and perhaps rage. Would you have that on your potatoes? If so, what on earth is wrong with you?
No, I would
Not
not.
coming to your house for tea, Ray.
Number 14. So immature. Tenable. Warwick
Tenable.
Davies is a professional, but even he can't hold back when it comes to this classic gaffe.
Uranus or Uranus?
I think Uranus is the American pronunciation. We're going to go with Uranus. So just like a school kid.
At first he seems to be able to say the planet's name correctly, but once he fixates on it, he just can't get the line right.
You said Uranus. Is Uranus up there?
It soon becomes a Herculean task to get through such a simple sentence.
Hang on. So, seriously. We're looking for...
Come on, Warwick, snap out of it. Number 30.
Okay. Was he being serious? He thought that was the American pronunciation? Because that's definitely not the American pronunciation.
Uranus?
Uranus.
Yeah, I know. We say Uranus.
Uranus. it's Uranus. Uranus. That's how we say it, generally speaking.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you guys say that, but that's a very easy word. I remember in school that was constantly like a joke when you were like in science class or whatever.
13. Call Dr. Zeus. The the weakest link.
Are you or are you not being ageist?
And Robinson had to put up with all types on the weakest link, but never has there
Weakest
been one in
link?
such dire need of a history
What is
lesson.
that?
We have that
If you
show.
remember any
Is it
of
called
your
that?
history classes at school, you'll know that the Romans were largely responsible for the roads of the UK. Still, if you didn't know the answer to this question on which civilization made Watling Street, you'd still probably take a guess at one that's part of the human race.
In UK geography, the road called Watling Street that now forms part of the A5 was originally built by which civilization?
Apes.
The Romans.
That wasn't the case for this contestant, and Robinson could barely disguise her
You couldn't come up with a better answer than
Number 12,
apes.
falling apart. Countdown. Yes, you'll be seeing a lot of countdown on this list, and that's probably no surprise.
5 times 2 is 10.
Oh no, I've gone wrong actually, sorry.
What's
In
the
this
goal?
case,
I
the
don't know.
numbers game was already off to an odd start when both contestants failed to get to the number 361. Of course, it was up to Rachel Riley to show.
Hold on, what? 300?
I don't know what the goal is. I think I don't know.
Okay, wait, hold on. 100 plus 6, which is the two numbers up there, then equals 100.
Oh, I see. Okay,
5
so
times 2.
the number at the top is the number they've got to come up with, and they have to use combinations of.
Oh, that.
So that'll be tricky.
That'd be tricky. That'd be
I'm not very
fun.
good at math, so
I'm really good at math, so I think I'd probably be able to do that with some practice. I just need to know exactly what the rules are with that.
Mm-hmm.
I see they're doing addition, then they're doing multiplication. I don't know if you can do anything you want.
probably whatever combination you can.
Yeah,
think of.
maybe it is.
Show them as usual, only this happened.
Times 7 is 28. And then 100 minus 28 is 72.
The crisis seemed to have been averted as Rachel mopped the floor with the question, but then it only got worse.
361.
Let's upgrade to digital, shall we? Number
That was
11,
fast.
a rough tumble, the Crystal Maze.
If you drop that crystal in the
Oh my
water,
gosh.
it's all over, isn't it?
We can't resist a bit more Crystal Maze. This one is really hard to watch though. This time around, the guest had a simple task of walking over a pipe, grabbing a
Simple.
stick, and pulling down a cage containing the crystal.
Made the wall, that's pretty good. Hold on.
But she makes it look impossible. She doesn't pass up an opportunity to fall into the water and has some odd ideas on how to get the cage down. But the part that really makes us wince is when she is about to escape with the crystal in hand, and this happens. That is nasty.
Eggheads. Man, you guys have a ton of game shows.
Which makes sense because I think you guys really like trivia and quizzes, and I like quizzes.
I do too. But I don't think we have nearly the game shows they do. I mean, like we're just
Probably not.
seeing a sampling here, and I've heard of a number of them, and there's some here I haven't, like Eggheads.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I have no idea what this is.
Bare-chested Merkel, Eggheads. Over to what's typically one of the more civilized TV quizzes, and a rare moment when Jeremy Vine gets the giggles. This ordinarily composed presenter of Eggheads is pitching a question concerning topless world leaders, but the first of the potential answers leaves him laughing away in tears.
Oh gosh.
Come on, hold it together, Jeremy. You're meant to be the professional here.
In all fairness, all three options offer quite an unusual mental image. Who knew Putin's macho displays would have such wide-reaching repercussions?
Which world leader was photographed bare-chested in... Let's just take a moment here.
Number 8. Super Sperm Bullseye. We roll with a retro clip next because you can't beat a bit of bully. It's all eyes on the Oki.
I recognize
Jim Bourne interviews his darling contestants as per usual.
that image.
And then
You do?
this.
I don't know why.
What's your wife called? You've got a nickname for you?
Super sperm.
The guy's answer was worthy of Jim's bus fare home, but the
No
presenter's reaction is
hesitation.
what makes it.
That's not on the bloody card,
Because why not throw in a few
Super
swear words for good
sperm.
measure? Glancing at his card, it's a definite case of here's what you should have said.
We'll cut this bit, bollocks.
Number 7. Break a leg. Catchphrase. To
Catchphrase.
Nick Weir's first day on the new job, taking over from Roy Walker as presenter of the much-loved Say What You See series, Catchphrase. But Weir's big gig
I bet I'd
began
like that
with a
game.
big break. He falls down the stairs mere seconds into filming the first episode.
I'll be all right.
And spends the rest of the series ambling around on crutches.
Oh
Not ideal.
No, I've really hurt myself. Actually, I've broken my foot. Look.
What?
Weir's isn't the only...
He did that on the first episode?
Oh, that would be
Wow.
awful.
It's not good luck.
Painful fracture on
Break a
primetime
leg,
TV
right?
either.
Show
Judith
this.
Stafford was partway through competing on The Krypton Factor in 1989 when she broke her ankle.
I think she's going to make it. She gets to her feet, but it's so
Oh.
painful. And this is a very brave attempt as she comes across the line for 4 points.
Number 6. Susie Dent's special spot, Countdown. Yes, indeed, Countdown has given us countless gaffes and unscripted embarrassments, but we head directly to Dictionary Corner for one of the best. Susie Dent is already struggling to compose herself after a certain 6-letter word, and Nick Hewer does not let her off lightly.
Susie, it is your time. Every day you have a special spot.
No matter how he links to origins of words, the innuendo's inescapable. The whole thing's made even funnier by the host's deadpan delivery. Number 5. Turkey. Family Fortunes.
Family Fortunes.
You have 100 people to name a game you could play in the bath. Annette.
Scuba diving.
Family Fortunes requires speed of thought and a logical mind, but sometimes your mind just goes blank.
Hello, Bob. It's nice to see you sober.
Take this guy. On a high, having reached the final round, but then his brain turns to turkey. Bob gives him the same answer to his first 3 questions, and bizarrely blows his family's chances of winning big money.
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
A food often stuffed.
Turkey.
It's a comic capitulation, best served with veg and gravy.
Now, you've got a chance here of making £1,000 and 2 weeks. 2 weeks in Turkey.
Number 4. The Empty Box. Deal or No Deal. Welcome to the Dream Factory, where Noel Edmonds
Deal or No
his
Deal.
players and his pilgrims.
Is that the name of the one here too?
Yeah.
In their sights. Deal or No Deal proved massively popular in the late 2000s, as players aimed to beat the banker by opening boxes filled with cash sums. But the familiar format fell to pieces when one contestant revealed an empty container. Cue a sharp intake of breath, and Noel heading backstage as the tension increased.
Oh no.
Never ever happened before. We've got a camera.
Oh no.
Oh.
Before the blunder was smoothed over in typically dramatic fashion. Number 3. Rude Words. Countdown.
Oh, Rachel, she's gagging for a hard one. All she gets
We've already made an awkward visit to Dictionary Corner, but it's at the letters board where Countdown truly excels for today's list.
You start with S.
And another.
L.
And a vowel.
Oh gosh.
U.
Oh gosh.
And a consonant.
T.
Okay.
How much fun can you really have with 9 random letters?
gosh.
A
No.
fair bit, actually. From
No.
toilet
Somebody
humour
said that.
to
Yeah,
sex
someone had
terms,
to.
all-out obscenities. It's tough to pick a favourite rude word, but bumhole takes it for sheer silliness.
Okay, I'll get this over with quickly. Bumhole is there.
All courtesy of Susie once again, and they even have Rachel spell it out for us. Number 2. Fanny Schmeller, The Chase.
In what sport does Fanny Schmeller compete for Germany? A. Swimming. B. Show jumping. Or C. Skiing.
For the most part, The Chase is prime cut quizzing, but Bradley Walsh does lose his composure now and again. Special mention for the contestant who broke her chair before breaking wind.
Just destroying the set.
But the famous Fanny Schmeller is today's runner-up.
Fanny
Bradley reads the
Schmeller.
name, but barely makes it through the next few minutes. Even the governess, Anne Hegarty, gives in eventually.
We're gonna make a rule now, never to say her name again.
He did offer an apology to the former Olympic skier sometime afterwards, but this clip will likely never be forgotten.
I'd be straight out of court in the morning if that was my name.
Number 1. Snake Charmer. Catchphrase.
Please take a square. On the right. 5 seconds. Here we go.
Who else but Roy Walker to see us out?
This
with classic
looks familiar.
The bonus catchphrase is a simple idea. Pick a square, reveal more of the picture. But here, we see how that concept can cause chaos. With every square removed, the image gets increasingly risque.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
First the hand
gosh.
movements, then Mr. Chip's hat and his overly happy friend. The audience are in fits, but Roy does a sterling job of keeping it together until it's finally
Oh
solved.
my goodness.
Snake charmer.
Which game show would you most like to appear on?
Oh, that was funny.
I think Countdown looks fun.
I think they all look fun.
And I like the family. What is it called in the UK? Family Fortunes.
Family Fortune,
I love
yeah.
that.
I mean, that's. It looks like it's pretty similar to
Yeah.
Family Feud. I mean, obviously our Family Feud came from Family Fortune, so I'm guessing they probably didn't change too much about it.
No.
I want to know how many of these game shows we actually also have in the U.S.
Yeah,
definitely
they're probably called something different, but
I mean, some of them are like, is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire still on?
I don't know.
You know, like
I always like that show.
like I said, we don't have cable, so we really aren't able to see many game shows that are on today.
Right.
It's mainly the game shows that I grew up with.
Mm.
The Jeopardies, the Wheel of Fortunes. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I didn't really grow up with it, but it was on at some point when I still had like TV
Yeah.
able to see that. I don't even think that was on cable. I think it was actually just on like over the air programming.
Which one?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh.
I think it was on like CBS or something.
A Wheel of Fortune and Family Feud were always my favorites.
Yeah, but like, you guys look like you have some really fun game shows. But you got anything you want to add before we go?
No.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey to discover anything and everything about the UK and Ireland. Till next time, guys. Peace.
Bye.